Spoilers ahead, fucknuts.
I see strange things.
Memories?
Not memories. New things. I see everything.
That is not everything. What a wonderful day!
Bennett, come out to play.
Why are we doing this when we just watched Planet of the Apes?
Because Arnold should be in the Planet of the Apes movie.
I think Arnold should be in every fucking thing.
That's just us, though. We think Arnold should be in everything.
It's his fucking character from Predator just going through the ape world.
I could see him as a human character. I could also see him as like an ape, though, too.
I don't know how to interpret that.
Think about how awesome that would be.
Arnie Gorilla. He's got that gorilla grip.
Well, hello, Pose. We are back from the theater. We just saw Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
It's the fourth installment in the new reboot trilogy, but it's also kind of a soft reboot of itself, too.
Kind of. Yeah. I'm like, it's kind of starting its own thing years in the future, way past.
Like 300 years or something, they said,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, that's what it said online. In the movie, they said, like, many generations later.
No, I saw, like, multiple
yeah.
things online saying that, so I guess it's something like that. But, in the movie, they don't say specifically, like,
Yeah.
how many.
Oh, yeah. It's been years. You see, like, all the cities are taken over by nature, basically.
Yeah, which is really cool.
Oh, I love the look. I
Right?
love those type of looks so much.
It kind of reminded me of, like, almost like Last of Us. Like, Last of Us meets, like, something like I Am Legend meets, I don't know, like, it's apocalypse stuff we've kind of seen before.
Yeah, post-apocalypse shit where the
but no
nature starts
zombies or anything, so it was actually kind of interesting to get something like that.
Just
we've
monkey.
seen with a lot of zombie things.
No zombie, just monkey.
Just monkeys, though.
Just monkey. Woo.
And some humans.
Yeah.
But basically, this is taking place at a point where it does continue from the other movies, and there's a lot of the legacy from those movies that carries over to this one.
Oh, yeah, a lot of, like, seeing how the world has changed since those days.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, you start off the movie, remember, with basically
that
mourning
was a nice
the death of
touch.
Caesar that you saw in the end of the last movie.
Yeah, they brought Caesar back,
Mm.
so that was really cool.
I don't know if it's bringing him back when it's just a dead monkey on a pile of sticks to burn.
I think they actually got Andy Serkis for that.
Andy, we're gonna need you to just be there.
Play dead.
Dead. Yeah. What do you mean? I'm the voice. He's not saying anything. He's dead, right? No.
Do you
Why
even
need
need me
me?
to come there then? Like, just
No. Yeah, come here, please. What for?
we need your help.
you help us.
But what'd you think of? So Wes Ball was directing this. Who, if anyone has heard of that director, it's because he directed those Maze Runner movies, which I don't think we ever saw. I think our only experience with Maze Runner is remember when we went to try to go see Neighbors years ago.
I remember Neighbors.
Yeah, and we it was R-rated and we weren't old enough at the time, or I wasn't old enough. So
Yeah.
basically, we bought.
You dragged us
tickets.
down.
Remember we bought tickets to that though,
Yeah.
and then when we ended up getting caught. in the theater.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
At Neighbors.
Yeah.
And we just played dumb, and we're like, "What? We're in the wrong theater."
Oh,
so then
no,
they
we're in
brought
the
us
wrong
back to the Maze
theater.
Runner
I guess
theater.
we'll go to the other movie.
And yeah, so we saw a couple minutes of Maze Runner, but
I mean,
I saw those movies.
I
or
saw
some
Maze
of those
Runner before and just on the TV.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How are those?
Bad.
Really?
It's it's trying to be Hunger Games. It had that same like visuals.
It's like Hunger Games or Running Man sort of thing a little bit, right?
It's very similar to those teenage love story type shit that you saw back in the old days that were trying to pass himself off as dystopian worlds.
But yeah, he did those movies, and then he just got announced that he's going to be directing the live-action Zelda movie, which should be interesting.
I'm not keeping my hopes up. I mean, this was a good and interesting fun enough movie.
No, I think honestly, based on this, I haven't seen the Maze Runners, but I think he'll be a good fit. There was really parts of this that kind of felt like video game-ish to me, but maybe that was because there was so much CGI with the apes and stuff.
Yeah.
And it all looked absolutely fantastic.
Oh, yeah, it looked good. It looked very good.
But at the same time, I was like, man, some PS5 games or like Xbox Series X games really look this good with the graphics.
You can only get so good.
No, it's impressive, though, but it's just kind of like at the same time, it's like, huh. Like, it was interesting that the other ones had a lot more humans, but this one had a touch of that there, but...
You had May.
They were scarce, yeah, besides that character.
We do not trust human. Do not trust the humans.
What did you think of the characters here?
I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, you had Noah, the, young, I was going to say man, ape.
Mm-hmm. That was the main character.
Yeah, is like, it's almost like the coming of age story.
Played by Owen Teague, who I've never really heard of, but yeah, I thought he did a great job in this.
Yeah, he did a good voice. Yeah, I liked Noah. It was a good character to keep going. You had Raka for a while.
Yes.
I liked Raka. He was my favorite character. Very much liked him.
Peter McCann. Yeah, that character was definitely a standout in this.
Yes.
He looked fantastic too.
Oh yeah, it looked
like just the detail. I mean, all of them did.
Yeah, they all looked like Monkey.
They did a fantastic job.
Kind of evolved as it keeps going. You know what I mean? More humanized in a certain ways, but evolution. Ape evolution as it goes.
And then it was Anaya and was it Dar?
Maybe Dar.
Oh, May.
May was the human.
Oh yeah, that's right. But I forget what the other female ape's name is.
What other female ape? You mean his mom?
Noah's.
There was
the love interest one.
The one that the love interest began with an S.
Silva?
Maybe. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, Silva.
But yeah, I liked those characters a lot too. And it was interesting that the movie literally started off with those characters, and then they kind of went away for a bit, like his friends.
Yeah, because they got abducted by This is basically ape on ape warfare type stuff that you probably see. The apes have started their own civilizations, their own societies, and they do their own things. Like you had Noah's tribe, who were a bunch of bird trainers that were basically just very tribalish, where they're still pretty kind of primitive, I guess you can say, in a certain sense.
Yeah.
But, still like the Noah tribe nature guy fellows. Then you had as Raka described his society before another one burnt it down, was Raka comes from the society of apes that tried to collect as much knowledge as they could from the old world, and they were trying to decipher humans' books and everything like that, trying to figure out what happened, because everyone doesn't remember what happened all those years ago.
Yeah, because they're like disciples of Caesar, basically, and he's the only remaining one, right?
Yep, they call themselves the Disciples Caesar. You see is like the Caesar emblem that they wear.
That was a cool concept. Like the world building in this was great.
Oh yeah, I thought it was really cool. And
they kind of plopped you into the world, and then you like kind of were learning it as you went with it, which I think a lot of good sci-fi or just stories in general kind of do, Yeah.
And
it's like audiences are smart. Like, they're not dumb. You don't need to, like, baby feed them everything.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
You can just plop them in the shit and they figure it out. And that's really interesting as a moviegoer.
Yep. And then you had the main antagonist, Proxus, who, as they were trying to describe
Proximus Caesar.
Proximus Caesar, who's like claiming to be the new Caesar. And he's creating a kingdom of apes instead. And that includes basically abducting apes from other tribes and everything, and then forcing them into his kingdom.
They're basically Caesar's Legion from Fallout New Vegas.
Remember, he was super interested on human history about Caesar and the Romans. So yeah, that literally is him. He's
Right.
trying to be. He's literally trying to be Caesar's Legion.
No, I liked him as a villain too.
Oh, yeah. It's actually very interesting too, because you can see like some of what he says too in a
Yeah, he wasn't even
twisted
like
way.
a total villain. Like he wasn't like just a stereotypical like
bad
like,
guy.
dickhead villain, pretty much. You know,
I'm like, you see his logic behind it. I should say
he kind of is a jerk.
He's
but
he's an
fucking-
absolute
yeah.
dick. But the thing is, like, you can see the reasoning he does. And I'm like, if he did things differently and less dickish, you can see actually the a good possibility behind his motives type of thing. But
And then
'cause,
the William H. Macy character was interesting. It was like they didn't go too much into that, but I assume that like he was basically like Proximus Caesar's like right hand man almost.
which guy? The other human?
Yeah, the one that was like with Proximus Caesar.
Yeah, the other human. So basically,
the
like,
one you thought was Mark Hamill.
yeah. He looked it for a for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. He had the Luke haircut that Mark Hamill had in the new Star Wars sequels, but yeah, how it's very interesting seeing on how Proximus wants to break into a vault that stores all this various information. Specifically, what Proximus wants is he wants the weapons though, because I'm not gonna lie, he
Or he thought there was
power.
didn't he think there was gonna be some cure to like live forever in there basically too?
Well, no. It was the disease. She claims that there was a book that had the disease that could wipe out all the rest of the humans was in there.
Oh.
So basically, that never got touched again. Weirdly enough, which I thought was weird. And I'm like, was that a lie? Was that just another lie? Because May, who the human that we follow with Noah. In all of them, they're like
You kind of wonder her motivations.
Yeah, you're
it.
like guessing because she lies a lot to get what she wants throughout this whole thing. Where you're like, yeah, she's very untrustworthy in
Yeah,
times.
is that initial lie where she kind of lies that she's mute.
Well, there was that, and then they were like, okay, I guess we can get past it because humans in this world are getting basically hunted down for various things. Like, I don't even know what they're using the humans for in this. You saw them capturing them, but I didn't see any human slaves or anything like that. Like from the original Planet of the Apes, where they would capture humans and use them as slaves. Or they're like looking for more of that talk. That might be the main thing. They're like, because remember, he's looking for humans that can talk and read. But they're just going through randomly, just taking every single one. I guess I just don't know.
Seemed like
I guess they're killing him
were
after.
like very rare in this world, though.
It's a lot more rare
when you
because
started off the story. Like it seemed like his clan, especially, was like Noah's clan was almost like surprised of humans being in that area.
Yeah, they
or
called
even
them echoes
around.
in this one. They were like, they do not come here. They stay on the other side. It's because they were like in their own little area.
And I
away
guess she
from
was
everyone.
the only one that came in. And she was the only one that came in,
Yep.
I guess.
She's the one that came in, and what's his name? Proxys people were looking for her. Technically, she kind of led Proxys to them in a way, or into the valley that they were living in, but then they followed, Noah's dumbass horse decided to wander in and ruin everything.
He's like, "Oh, you fucked me over."
Yeah, and then the horse led him back to the tribe. and that was a shit show.
Yeah.
But anyway, I did love the a lot of the things they were trying to do, like, because in this one, like I said, May, apparently there's like humans are still intelligent that she claims. Granted, in this she claims they killed off all her tribe or whatever it was, all the humans that could talk that were with her, and she was last of them.
Setting up a May prequel story.
Yeah, and then once again you find, spoiler for the ending, but you find out that she's lying the whole time, and she just goes back to more of the humans with the stuff that she actually originally went to the vault for.
Did that annoy you with that character, or did you think like it was still done well or something? What did you feel about that?
I can see. I'm like, I don't like what she's doing in half the time because but I also see the logic behind what she does. because it's basically the whole she doesn't want Proximus to get hold of the humans' weapons and all that are in the vault.
Yo.
Understandably, bunch of fucking tanks and guns and shit like that everywhere. Makes sense.
Yeah, there was a whole shit for an army down there.
Yeah. So she doesn't want the Proximus to get that because it shows the tension between humans and apes a lot in this, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Proximus uses the humans that can talk for his own benefit, so they can read him and teach him stuff that benefits him. And then but yeah, so May's main goal was to get the SATCOM drive.
Yo.
That was in there. That was like one of her big goals that she wanted, I guess, needed in there. She was looking for. And then the secondary mission was also to just make sure Proximus couldn't get any of their equipment as she blows up the dam that's holding off the water.
And basically they
floods out
lose
the place.
access to all those tanks and all the weapons and stuff that they had there.
I'm not sure how much of that, because even with the water, I couldn't imagine the water going all the way up type of thing throughout the thing.
And
So
there
I'm
were
like,
some guns they found at like the top, I think.
Yeah, and
So they're
that's
still
why I was
gonna
like,
find some stuff maybe, but
that's what I imagined. I'm like, you probably they got rid of the tanks at least, because those were all on bottom floor. But the rest of the base, I can imagine there's probably still weapons, but who knows? Like if
and they
they're
can
gonna go
probably
back in
still
there.
salvage some of that stuff. Like from tanks and stuff like that.
Now that Proximus is dead after in all his secondhand gorilla man that got fucking drowned out.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they'll go back in type of thing. So because she blew up that dam and none of the other apes looked like they were I don't think they really were motivated to go back in there. Oh yeah, fucking. Oh, May was blowing up the dam. She was good. She was willing to kill everyone in there if it met her goals. And that's kind of one reason, like her and Noah, I think, had like a little bit of tension at the end.
What'd you think of the pacing for this? I mean, it was 2 hours and 25 minutes.
It was pretty good.
No post credits or anything though.
Yeah, no, it was. I think it was good pacing and everything like that. The felt like a nice little adventure in the beginning too, and then once you get to eventually, essentially Caesar's base or Proximus
started
Caesar's
to ramp
base.
up. It started to ramp up even more.
Yeah, and then I think that was like the last third of the movie or something like that. It took place in there. I think
the last third was strong too, which I think a lot of movies recently, especially superhero movies, the third act can struggle.
It's also interesting seeing Proximus's perspective. He's like, I want to unite all apes under me.
Yeah,
it's like, well, I get the uniting apes thing, but it's like because and then you actually hear him. He's like, fuck. He was essentially like, fuck the humans, man. Fuck the hell with them. I want their shit. But this is the age of ape.
Yeah.
And then and all that type of shit, and like it's like one of those things you could see the reasoning why he would think that, and you're like, that's fucked up. I don't like what he's doing, but I understand. I can see this being someone that would pop up in this world.
Yeah.
And it is cool because there's a lot of essentially humans being the ancient civilization not too many apes know about, and they're just trying to uncover more and more. And one of including the ones that want to use it for their own power and their own greed, while the other ones like Raka want to use it for the truth and being good things.
I think they did really go crazy with like the world building with this one, because like the story itself is rather simple. It almost kind of reminded me of like Mad Max or something, like the Fury Road or whatever, because when the first time I saw that movie, I almost couldn't wrap my head around how simple just the plot almost is. It's like you're almost expecting there to be like an extra layer there or something, and then you're like, oh, it really is just this simple.
Yeah.
Because that whole movie is pretty much like they're on the run just almost the entire movie. Like the whole thing's like a chase scene basically. So this I feel like had kind of elements like that to me at points, but it was a really strong movie with the performances. The CGI was fucking probably some of the best I've ever seen in a movie. And yeah, I just really liked all the characters.
Oh yeah, you can get there was some
like
surprisingly good facial. Like you can see a lot of the emotion in a lot of the apes' faces. Suck dick, fucking Disney. That's how you make a live adaptation with fucking monkeys and animals, you assholes.
Right? When we saw that trailer for Mufasa right before that too. So
Yeah.
just to see something like that hasn't even come out yet, and then you see someone like this and you're like, wow, like I can already tell that is gonna be shit compared to this.
Yes.
Like they did a fucking amazing job.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely in line with the other ones too,
Mm.
where it felt very much like the look of the other 3 movies that came before this, even though, like we said, it's kind of has soft reboot elements.
Yeah. It's like still continuate. You know, it's a continuation. It's just taking place in a different time period of the same universe. And you're
Think
seeing the
like
ramifications.
Avatar, Legend of
Yeah.
Korra, or something like that.
Like you're seeing how legends pass on too. Like Caesar is basically the apes version of Jesus or something like that, as that many of them worship. And you're seeing how some of them worship, some of them twist his words, some of them
the villain.
Yes, the villain who basically claims to be fucking fighting or going by Caesar's will type of thing.
Yep.
And then in comparison, you have Raka, who would be the nice guy who believes in Caesar and everything like that. He's Caesar was the one who saved apes, and he even tried helping humans, and I don't know why, but you know what? We should learn to figure out why, type of thing. It's like if Caesar respected apes, respected humans, I will respect him. And
why'd they kill him off?
yeah, they fucked him over in the bridge. I'm like, oh man, Raka, I liked him.
Why? We're only like halfway through.
He's literally the knowledge keeper of the ape world, and I love it.
They'd already killed his dad off. I mean, come on, they could have kept him around a little longer.
They killed off a lot. They killed off people, but yeah, it was a very fascinating world. And then I like
it
how
had stakes because of those character deaths too. Like I really did wonder.
Yeah,
at points, like, are they gonna do this?
I was actually surprised they didn't kill off Noah's mom, because it seemed like they might have gone.
Yeah.
And I thought that would have made it even more like a little bit messed up. The fact that since May blew up the dam, and she would have been actually kind of directly responsible in her way of killing his mom, and then I think that would have added a bit of the tension too at the top. But I mean, they saved her, but it's like one of those things. I'm like, they could have happened. It could have happened. I could have seen how that perfectly could have happened in there.
I wonder if the direction they're going is kind of like an uneasy alliance right now.
It is interesting seeing, because apparently, like how remember Noah's showing Silva, I think the other girl, the girl that he's interested in, like the telescope they found, like in the thing, and this shows them the stars. It's showing them the planets, I'm guessing, stuff like that, and he's which kind of shows the perspective of the apes kind of advancing themselves as they stare at what's beyond. And then meantime, it's showing the humans as May went to the human settlement that she claimed was dead but isn't.
Lies,
more lies, May. You're phony. And then she brings them the satcom disk drive to add to their thing, so they can activate and to communicate and see if there's other humans that are out there that haven't gone primitive or haven't gone in the wild.
Again, New Vegas shit.
Yeah, and then they find more. You hear them. They found another where more people are, and they're, I guess, planning on getting together from the sounds of it where they can meet up. And I'm like, I can see. So humans might be more of another tension, more tension between humans and apes as more humans show up, and I can see them having conflict with the apes in the area type thing.
I could see that.
It's gonna feel like Planet of the Apes 2, actually, funny enough, because they had a lot of that too in there. Remember?
In the second one of this trilogy.
Yeah, of the trilogy and the before,
Dawn
of Planet of the Apes. Yeah,
which is my favorite one.
Yeah, and then the tension between the humans and the apes in that one, you might be seeing a bit of that again if they do another one similar to that.
You think they're gonna try to do a trilogy?
Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't be against it. So far, they're doing good.
Yeah, I really like this one, so I'd like to see a trilogy.
Yeah, they got me invested and interested in the world.
I think I liked it from the start, but it was one of those ones where I'm like, I wonder how they're going to wrap this up. I feel like that's really going to determine whether I like this. I like that they set it up. It does feel like a part one of a trilogy in my mind.
I can definitely see it basically breaking out another war between humans and apes, and it's just going to... And then it probably might end off with almost like a Proxys one of a uniting of the apes, but through different means, and this one would maybe be a better unification. Like humans are trying to rise up again, but then the apes have to unite to fight them off again, and then whatever happens,
Proximus
happens.
Caesar's still alive.
No, he's not alive. He's dead. But it's going to be like a...
Better be dead.
Yeah, no shit. He got fucking eaten by eagles, basically. But it'll be like one of those things where where you might see them like unite the other apes, but through more of a mutual thing, and then it's going to end up looking like the beginning of regular Planet of the Apes,
Mm-hmm.
where or like of the original, where they're like actually they are advanced and living in like more civilizations, but they're more united, and then the humans might be all the smart ones might be wiped out, leaving just like the wild ones, the feral humans out in the wilds, and then their weird the interaction from them, because as we can see, Noah doesn't in this one doesn't, or neither did his tribe. They didn't exactly trust. They still don't exactly trust the humans.
True.
As Noah was even like, "You lie, you almost killed us, you bitch. You almost killed us, you bitch."
We don't trust you.
But
yeah, overall, really enjoyed this one. I think, it does function really well for people that are want kind of a continuation of what they've gotten with the new trilogy. I think it's a good continuation of that, but I think new people can also go into this and it's not going to really matter as much.
Yeah, I mean, like
they can realize it. Yeah,
most people know the general plot of Planet of the Apes.
Exactly.
So I can see basically even newcomers basically saying it's probably going to enhance the experience if you watch the original.
Well, they even kind of have that thing at the beginning. Remember where it was like so if people haven't seen it, it's going to kind of fill in the blanks for you. Yeah,
Caesar
exactly.
So yeah, but it's like it'll enhance the experience if you see the original, but you probably can still go into it without even.
Which
really
is what
knowing too much
sequels
about
should do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like a soft reboot, like we said. So it's.
And I would see this.
I wouldn't say reboot. I want to say continuation. I'm not even going to say reboot. It's more just continuation.
Yeah, no, it really is, because it's like I said, it's almost like someone like Avatar, like Legend of Korra or something. How there was like a big time difference between
type
that,
stuff,
but all the world building and all that sort of stuff. So. Yeah, I highly recommend it, and I recommend people see it in IMAX. We didn't see it in IMAX, but just the 4K and the image for that,
I can see it being actually a lot better,
even better, yeah.
Especially with like the world and the visuals of it, because it is a very visually pleasing movie.
Exactly.
Especially if you like seeing crumbling decay of the city of the ancient world.
Who doesn't like seeing
nature
that?
Reclaiming its always a cool visual. I always love that type of visual type in movies and games. But yeah,
makes me want a video game of it.
Yeah, I know, right? Video game.
But
I want to be monkey.
We're gonna be getting his video game movie soon.
Yes.
His next one, Legend of Zelda.
Oh yeah.
Well, hopefully it's good.
Oh, fingers crossed.
Right.
Hopefully it was more like this and less Maze Runner.
And I don't think there's a release date on that yet. Yeah, it's just in development. But he did all 3 Maze Runners, it says. Yeah, and this is his 4th movie, so yeah, highly recommend it. Wes Ball did a great job, and can't wait to see what he does with Legend of Zelda. Yeah.
Yeah, you need a movie night with some fellow pos. Yeah, this is the movie. Probably give it a good check for this week.
Yes, go to IMAX. It's worth it. We think you'll like it. At least if you like just like complex kind of stories where it's like we said, there's a lot of different characters. Like it's kind of gray, the moral,
the complexity of it.
Yeah,
yeah. It's not just cut and dry cookie cutter stuff, which is good.
Exactly.
And I'm not gonna lie, the movie does feel very like a setup for a future thing too, for the future installments type thing. It feels a lot like a setup, because especially how it ends. But it's still a good movie on its own, and if they have a good sequel, shoot, it might just be a good continuation.
I think that's what makes the original trilogy, I keep saying that, the new trilogy, of this continuation. I think what makes that so good is the first one I really liked, but I feel like it became even better when those sequels were so good. Like Dawn of the Planet of the Apes just made the first one even better.
Yeah.
Where you're like, okay, like now we're actually getting like that Planet of the Apes shit. But
Yeah.
the origin story was really cool still. But
Mhm.
like now I can almost appreciate that even more because of how
Yeah,
good this follow-up
exactly,
is.
and that's what this might just very well be like that.
That's how I feel about it. So, but yeah, check it out and love to hear what everyone else thinks about it. But
yeah.
as always, like and subscribe to Two Pose in a Pod on YouTube and any other streaming platform. We also are on Facebook and Instagram, as well as Grilled TV.
Yes, you can check out all our other fellow Poes and various channels of Grill TV, the
Yes,
Omnicast, and all.
Omnicast as well.
Yes, and if you like our material, I'm sure you'll enjoy theirs.
Oh yes, they are fellow Poes, fellow collaborators.
Mm.
You will like their work.
And with that, I think it's a good time to wrap it up.
Yes. We'll see you soon, Pose. See you on the next one.
Later, Pose.
Peace.
And good night.